Whoa.
One take.
We're back. We have a big deal episode today.
Yeah.
Our first guest.
Mm-hmm.
We went
Plural.
from 0 guests to 2 guests.
Yep. And we only had room for one more mic. So they're sharing one, but that's fine. They share a lot, including a womb. They're brothers.
But not twins, because that really stumped everybody when I was like, you guys have shared a womb. And it made us all think about the fact that all of us share a womb with our siblings, not just when you're twins.
Yeah, not at the same time.
Yeah, but you're still
the
sharing
wombs.
a womb, Aaron.
Your wombmates.
Your wombmates. You
Dang,
and
I should have thought of that.
See,
when
I
the
don't.
Pointer
We get
Brothers
into it
were
on the
here.
podcast, but I'm still mad about this because the person who lived in your house before you in that room that you never met,
Is a
do y'all,
housemate.
do y'all share a room?
Yeah, dude.
No, they don't live there with you. They lived there 10 years ago.
Yeah, but it's also a more intimate space. It's a person's body.
You're connected.
You're connected.
Whatever.
Yeah.
The rules don't change just because they had a kid.
You're also...
That sounds so bad. All right, the Pointer Brothers, Henry and Mike. They're very funny, very good at all sports, and having mustaches and mullets.
I know
Yeah.
which one's my favorite.
Should we
it
say
on
our
a-
favorite at the same time?
Mustaches.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Oh. I was going to say Tom.
I said Mike. I mean,
Mine's Tom.
no, Mike and Henry, both wonderful. You'll love them. If you haven't seen the content we put out already, we're wearing thongs.
There's thongs.
We're in thongs.
Yep.
There's thongs.
There's caddy. There's a caddy outfit.
There's caddy outfit. There's a music video coming.
There's
we
shirtless.
shot a lot of
Jonathan's
content.
shirtless.
A lot of content.
Yeah, Jonathan's shirtless. He walks into a creek.
Climbs
Spoiler
a,
alert.
climbs a tree.
Spoiler
Or a
alert.
pond. Very
You just
funny.
make him do anything that's like physically out of the
That
ordinary.
guy wants to get naked the whole time.
Also,
Sketch
I will
won't call
say,
for it
yeah,
at all, and he's like, "I'll take my pants off."
I
We don't.
feel like Aaron
don't
kept
need it.
suggesting stuff and he'd agree, and then I would go up to him and be like, "Dude, you don't have to do this."
Yeah.
And he'd be like, "Thank you." But
one of the
I'm
first
gonna do
times
it.
we were shooting, you did the wolf one, and he's like, I'll take all my clothes off. I'll do full wolf. Remember that? And you're like,
Yeah,
no, we don't
I
need
was
that.
like, just do like shorts, and we'll blur it. And he's like, "It'll be more real if it's real."
if my real winky's out.
Yeah.
I don't know why I
He
said
said
winky.
winky. It was
He'd
crazy.
say winky. Yeah.
He didn't say winky. He probably said the biological term, which is
Yep. Don't.
penis.
Yeah. Yeah, just
All
bring-
that to
bringing us
say,
down.
shooting with the Pointer Brothers and everyone else, including Jonathan's winky, was wonderful.
Yeah, it was all in the house.
Yeah.
We loved it. It was so fun. We all stayed in a big house together.
We did.
We did.
What a fun, campy, kind of fun time.
Yeah, little super spreaders, having a good time.
we
I felt like
kept
we were
trying.
quarantining together.
Yeah, we
from-
kept trying to make Megabed happen, but no one wanted to make Megabed happen. It made me so sad.
Aaron didn't even know what megabit is.
No, I cry laughed when someone said megabed.
It was me, thanks.
And I thought it was a joke you made up.
You thought I invented I should have just taken credit for inventing what megabit is
I
for
know.
the sketch.
So Andrew just come around the corner with his single mattress being like, "Tonight the night?" Like,
It's
nope.
tonight.
Megabed made
No
it into a
megabed.
sketch.
It did make it to a sketch.
We tried to do that. I got the worst bedroom in the house.
Yeah, you were last one there. That's the thing.
Trindle bed.
Pretty sure some of the significant others were after me. Why didn't you put them in there?
Yeah,
You
why
wanted
did
to
you put
share a
them in
queen
there?
bed with me?
I didn't really see it, but maybe.
Yeah, that makes sense. Myrtle
Trundle-
Beach.
I was in a trundle bed.
You were in a trundle bed. Sucked.
Yeah. It was fine.
Yeah, it was okay. Was
But
it
I
bad?
did feel like I should get to eat more of the food in the house
Yeah, trundle tax.
because I had like one of the worst bedrooms.
It's the trundle tax. Yeah.
I was eating all kinds of everybody's stuff.
So we need to say some. I want to say some fun facts. Myrtle Beach,
hit 'em.
over 60 golf courses.
Actually over
Did
65.
y'all know that?
Actually over 65.
Tyler, do you know that?
Actually over 65.
Or did you know that? Yeah, everyone knows that.
Yeah.
It's golf capital of the world.
Actually
That's
over
enough.
65.
You could play
I don't know why
every
everyone's
month
on.
for 5 years, once a month.
What?
Yeah.
And it
A
has
beautiful
o-
mind.
Thank
and
you.
it has over 60
Seth,
miles
can
of
you
beachfront.
edit all the numbers above my head when I say that? Like in the beautiful mind? Thank you.
Great. What was the other stat?
Well, actually, I think it's over 65 courses.
Oh,
And it's 60 miles of beach.
yeah. That's huge.
That's a lot of beach.
Yep. And over 400 putt-putt courses. They're everywhere.
A lot of beach for a lot of
So you're just making Seth have a harder job every time you do that.
I
You
need
just had to go
chill.
back and beep that.
I have to chill.
There were a lot
I'm
of there were
sorry.
so many putt-putt courses and all of them had different color water. Did you guys
That
notice
is
that?
true. Yeah.
One of them was like, this one's got red waterfall. The other was like, we got ice blue. This one's clear. Maybe they just didn't have enough dye for the week.
What are the top 3 putt-putt course themes? It's got to be pirates,
Pirate,
jungle. Those have to be the 2.
Okay, slow down. I'm trying to think of
and-
one.
Yeah, actually, those are probably. I don't know.
I think of like what was the iPhone game where you're
Snake?
running through the jungle, Jungle Runner.
What was
Jungle
that?
Run. I think it's Jungle,
Jungle
Run.
Run?
I think it's jungle.
Paul?
Temple Run? Temple
Candy
Run?
Temple
Crush.
Run.
Temple
I
Run.
think,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
of putt-putt. I think of like Temple Run themed.
I get that.
Yeah.
Like
Mm-hmm.
Legends of the Hidden Temple vibe. Your content's going to be great. Pointer Brothers, wonderful. We also got a chance just to sit down and gab with them on the podcast, which we're going to cut to in a second. Any final words, fam?
Final words. I love everybody.
Yeah.
Who do you love more in this room?
Seth does the most work.
That
I love
checks
people
out.
based on how much work they do.
That's what I would have said.
Yeah.
It's a good answer. Yeah. All right. Well, enjoy this conversation with Mike and Henry, a.k.a. the Not Twins Pointer Brothers.
The St. André Podcast, yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sharon and Mike.
Just like they shared a womb.
And a bed. They're currently sharing a bed at the Airbnb. They requested it.
We did request the bed. We didn't share a womb.
Well, I meant at different times. You were
At
in the
different
same,
times.
You were in the same belly.
Yes.
Same womb.
But we're sharing the bed at the same time, of course, and the mics.
But Henry chose to pick up the mic first, so I don't know about that.
Was there any?
older,
Was there any?
It's a power move.
When you were in the womb, was there any writing on the wall that he had like left messages for you, like a prison cell? Just like
Not that I can remember, but I'll try to think about it and get back to you.
Did he say, I'm going to take the mic first?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
this is gonna be a disaster. Sharing the mic.
I'm just kidding. We won't mess around with the mic.
Closer together.
Yeah, we won't.
Yeah. Did you say, wait, is the womb, they don't share a womb?
No, they're
No,
not at the same
I
time.
said
They're
they
not
did, and
twins.
they said we didn't share when I go, well, you did, though, because you had the same mother.
Okay.
So you're in the
I don't think
I
you
thought
get a
the
new
lady-
womb every time. I
Yeah.
think
Well,
it
you-
stays.
It's the same womb.
same womb.
It's the same womb.
But they
They-
weren't
I think-
sharing
Because
it.
the vagina is different than the womb.
That's true.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Aaron.
What?
This guy has a girlfriend.
Gosh, this podcast is gonna be.
So you're only passing through the tunnel one at a time.
Aaron,
Yeah.
would, you
With a
say,
womb
would you
too.
say that you and your sister shared a womb?
Yeah. Every sibling shared a womb.
it is shared. True.
What is a
But
womb?
twins share at the same time.
They're not twins.
I know.
God, I've never met a woman.
What is woman?
Dude,
I got a lot of questions, dude.
do people assume you guys are twins a lot?
Every single day. Yeah, we get that a lot. There's actually a funny story of where we get asked it so much and we have to explain like, no, Henry's actually just a little bit older. And he's like, dude, let's just say that we are twins next time it happens. And do you want to tell the story?
Yeah, I was like, from here out, we'll just tell people we're twins because I'd imagine the conversation would end there. Like, oh, nice, I thought so. That would be that. And we'd move along with our day. I don't know, 20 minutes after that, we were at the airport in Philadelphia and we got to the hotel and the lady checking us in was like, you guys twins? And I was like, yeah, we are. And the dude checking someone in next to her was like, no way, I knew you guys were twins. Like, you guys look like twins. Like, I can tell the mustache, the hair. And then I was like, oh, haha. And then she starts asking me like, oh, identical or fraternal? And I was just like, I was like, I've never been asked that question before, obviously. So it kind of took me by surprise. And I didn't address it. And the dude keeps like asking questions and like saying stuff. And I was laughing along with him. And she goes, so identical or fraternal? And I was like, fraternal? She's like, interesting. And then I was about to just be like, yeah, I'm not actually a twin. Like, and then this other dude kept going in like, yeah, my twin senses are on. Like, I knew it with you guys. And I was just like, all right, man. And then it was just extremely awkward from there on out. And then we checked in. I go, Mike, we're just not doing that ever again.
That woman was a cop. That woman was a cop.
She was a twin. That was the thing. She was like, my bad.
Okay.
She was like, oh, I'm an identical twin. And I was like, all right, I don't know what it's like. So you do
She
your
thought she
twin
found
stuff.
another one.
Yeah.
That's a bummer. You can't steal that from her.
It
at that
was,
point.
I felt like I was part of a club that like I really didn't belong to.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
a little,
yeah. She
like
was
Rachel
like, I'm going to add you to
Dolezal.
my twin Facebook group. We all get together. Like, you guys
She
do
kind of
that.
feels like a gatekeeper to me, though. She's like, oh, yeah,
Prove
it was,
prove it.
it wasn't as much fun as like in my head when I thought I would tell people we were twins. Just didn't play out.
Yeah. And that was
Sorry.
the first time.
That was the first time,
Yeah,
and the
that's
last
over.
time it was pretty much like an hour long, process.
You
thing.
thought it would simplify your life.
Oh,
Made
yeah.
it so much more complicated.
Made things worse.
The universe humbled you a little bit.
And
Yeah.
there's other brothers. The lesser brother that's not in it. He didn't get cast because he sucks.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
What's
That's
his deal?
exactly what happened.
What's his deal?
We have the tape. We'll release that at some point.
He auditioned.
He auditioned. He auditioned. He saw.
Real
He saw.
Jonas Brothers situation going on. Like, we're all good except for you.
Yeah. No. He's a year older than I am, so I'm 26. Tom's he's 28, maybe 27, 28.
Oh, yeah,
it's like
too old.
It's like,
He's too
it's like a
old.
weird.
Too old,
yeah,
yuck.
just wouldn't make sense.
Yuck.
But I mean, when we started creating content, it was when COVID hit. We were both at home. I was working a tech sales job. I graduated school with a degree in finance.
Wow.
And I just do professional handshakes with my brothers. So it's
Nice.
degrees.
Tom was in the garage doing nothing.
Yeah, and we
Wandering.
I'll pass it over to Mike. I can tell he's itching.
No. You can go.
No. You got it. Finish off the.
Well, I was saying with Tom, he was already moved out of the house when we started making content, or else I think he'd be here right now making content with us. But the goal is to get him involved in all this stuff.
All right.
So
As a like fringe guest member, or like
Full timer?
full timer at some point, but we just got to figure out what makes sense. Cause he's like, I don't want you to like just bring me on the team just to do it. He's like, I want to do work, whether that's be a part of, a business side of things or YouTube, podcast, production, this, that. So when the time is right, we'll get him involved, but
Go figure out what you do.
And bring it
Yeah.
back to us.
We
Why
gotta figure
don't
out
you-
what Chunky does.
Tom also sounds like a better person than me because if my brothers are popping off, I'm like, no, find me a spot.
Yeah.
I want to be in on that.
Yeah, that'd
I like
be
that
tough.
he's like, yeah, don't just bring me in. I'm like, no, bring me in. Put me in there.
However,
I can do it.
yeah, I can point. I can point it.
I can point it.
that's all you need to do is just point.
I thought y'all's last name was Pointer until yesterday.
Oh, this is a fun game. What is their last names? Don't tell them.
Oh, I won't.
I know, it's Bud.
It's
Bud
Birkenstock.
That is not it.
Budrow
Close.
Wilson. Bud Butter.
It's like
Buttercup.
there's a B and a W in it, right?
I
And
will
a Z.
Z.
Venmo on the spot. I will Venmo somebody $100 if they can pronounce it right.
Oh.
The last name.
Bierwerski.
No.
No, it's Bud something.
I don't. There's a Bud
And there's a
Ruitz.
Z. Boldenholzer.
Close.
Budritz. Budruitz.
Budweiser.
Budenholz.
It's close. Budravich.
Ooh, that was gonna take a
Budravich?
while.
Yeah. Budravich.
But Dravich Brothers kind of slaps too.
Yeah.
Does it?
Bud Bros.
I'll give Andrew Stanley $50 if he can say my last name right.
Oh, I do know how to say your last name.
You were practicing the other day.
Yeah, Ace Asleason.
Yeah, good job.
You started bad,
Okay,
and
nice.
you landed it.
Yeah, he started off and then he found it.
Yeah.
What is Andrew's last name?
Don't need to ask them that. Why would they need to know that?
I didn't study for this quiz, so
It's just
sorry.
fun. Hey, we're 2 days into this
failing.
friendship. We're good.
Does he have a last name?
I don't really. I don't like to.
Like a Zendaya situation.
Yeah,
Where you'll need-
Selena.
Yeah, I just go by Andrew.
Andrew. There's nothing
Yeah.
after
Just
it.
the
Google
Andrew.
Andrew.
The Andrew.
I want to be
He
the one that
pops
comes
up.
up when you just Google.
You got to
the
be a
name
strong
Andrew.
personality to be known as
Right
the
now,
Andrew.
it's the Bible one right now,
Doesn't have
but I think I can pass him.
Got a little work
That's
to
my
do.
goal.
Nice.
Knock the Bible Andrew down.
We're 2 days into our shoot here at Myrtle Beach. How we doing? What do you think of shooting with the crew?
You got a fun squad.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun. I was telling you in the car on the way back, like it kind of feels like how I pictured it. I mean, you set it up like, hey, we kind of get out there, know what we're gonna film, we shoot it. If we have some ideas, we kind of add it in, and like that's what it feels like. It feels supernatural, feels fun. But yeah, I mean, the courses have been beautiful. I think the skits are gonna come out great. The sketches are awesome. So far so good.
Yeah.
Still got another day, but
It could come crashing down.
Yeah, it could go real bad
Yeah.
real soon. What's your take?
Oh,
Mike?
it's cool. I was also talking about it. Like I've never been in something more like that's like produced highly, which is cool because a lot of ours is just like run and gun, like iPhone footage. You're not doing multiple takes of the same thing. It's like one take. We only need this angle. We don't need multiple. So it's cool to like be a part of like, all right, we have this. Now we have to do single, and then from behind and do all these shots just for one sketch. And it's pretty cool. I like being a part of it.
Yeah.
It's been great though.
It's been very fun. We also looped in some of y'all's bits.
Yeah.
Well, we looped in some of our bits doing y'all's bits. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
Aaron's
wanna-
bits got looped.
Bits did,
They did get looped.
We wore thongs for a while out on the golf course today.
Yeah, he really bleeped this out. Aaron really about being in a thong for 5 minutes today. Oh, Hannah, I was.
When's the last time you put your little ball sack in a thong?
I put my little ball sack into a thong every day, Aaron, and it's called a labia. Sorry. I'm sorry.
I already told you I don't know how it works. Is that true?
Okay,
this is a tough topic for this crew. We just
I'm sorry. I will say that I was going to go to the bathroom, and Aaron stopped me. He's like,
How
wait.
bad do you got to go?
Yeah, he
We got
goes-
4 guys.
Aaron made me hold my pee so he
The
could take off
scrotums are
his.
split with fabric right now, and you don't need to
Just
go
hold
bad.
your pee in your womb and do the podcast, okay?
Yeah, I haven't peed since Aaron told me. I haven't gotten the permission yet.
I was just making sure you really had to go.
Yeah,
There were
it's fine.
pressing issues.
It was
So-
like the teacher in school that you would ask to go to the bathroom, and they'd be like, "No." I never understood that.
Yeah.
They're just like, I don't believe you.
Yeah.
Like, how much do you not
I'm
believe?
lying
You?
about going pee.
Just like,
It's a lot of, yeah. How do they know?
This was your first time wearing thongs, right? You guys are first timers?
It was, yeah. I put on like lady gear sometimes, but I
Yeah.
don't know if
you guys should
like
say
Halloween
it
costumes,
a
like
bit.
dresses and whatnot.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
if I've ever done underwear before.
Okay. That's interesting.
And
Wow.
yeah, I think the video is gonna be very good. Didn't enjoy the feeling,
High
and also
risk-
because we had to hike it up a lot.
yes.
If you're gonna do it, you got to do it right. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
For sure.
last thing we're doing is digging those guys out and throwing them back on tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
For
yeah.
another take, but
No, because we threw them all away. They got thrown in the actual
yeah,
trash.
I threw mine away too.
We're gonna say the next golfer that goes in that men's restroom. There's gonna be a ladies cheetah thong, and he's gonna think someone got taken. He's gonna be like, "There's a body of some woman behind."
Or
this.
he's going to be like, man, someone smashed in here. Way to go, brother.
yeah,
pretty cool
the Pointer
club.
brothers were here.
Yeah, the Pointer Brothers, they cleaned house. Just kidding. Henry has a girlfriend. He would never.
Yeah, we.
Hannah, Jonathan, and I went and bought the thongs yesterday at Target.
Yeah.
And we were having trouble finding them. And then we finally found the thong area. And so we all three got really excited. And we're just like rifling through all these drawers of thongs. And this woman walks by as all three of us are like knelt on the ground, like just being like, is this one like, and she just goes, what are you guys doing? And I was like, it's for a video. I mean, well, not the video, like what you're thinking, but like, you know, we're doing
It also didn't help that, like, in the Target, for some reason, the thong section was in the walkway. You remember that? It was like the
Yeah.
walkway in between. So a bunch of people walking by is just digging through. Like,
It was like
underwear.
sporting goods right there.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm like,
Yeah.
all right.
The Target brass are perverts.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
How did the thong stuff start? I don't know what went into the first one. Where did that come from?
What was the first one that we ever did?
The first, so before the thong, believe it or not, we would do assless chaps with
cool.
with the Speedo. And
I believe it.
the way that started was yeah, it's like not that far fetched. Like, you guys are like, yeah, sure.
You had that.
Yeah.
Okay.
What we did, it actually started was like we would do like a fake college acceptance video where when college acceptance videos, you know, how people, like real people, would post like my reaction to getting accepted or denied, and they'd put a sentimental song, and like they'd have their parents in the background or grandparents, and they'd go crazy. Or like, that's hilarious to just spoof. So we would do it, and I'd be like, you'd wait, you'd click it, like we'd get our parents in on them too. And at the last second, like I'd be excited, I'd run off screen, Henry would be excited, and he'd turn around to like leave, to like follow me out to celebrate, and he would just have assless chaps with a Speedo on. And people would be like, I thought this was real till the end. Like, you guys had me so sentimental.
Mike would squeak out a couple tears sometimes. I mean, we've made a lot of these videos, and you know, you kind of always give it a little twist. But then at the very end, the assless chaps come out, and then I would assume that would be enough for people to realize it's a joke. But still, people are fighting in the comments like, I don't think he got in, and other people are like, dude, he definitely got in. And then it would just be like, well, did you see his pants at the end? And you're like, it's a joke.
It's not about the
guys. Like,
pants. It's
yeah.
about
Come on.
I like that there's probably someone out there who didn't even notice, and he's just like still heartbroken over the fact that he doesn't know if you got in. He's like, I don't care about the pants. I want to know, did you get in the college?
Yeah, and we would do ones too with like Ivy League, because that was a big one this year, because we've been doing these for now 2 years, believe it or not, which you probably believe it. The Ivy League was trending, and so we did like and I got denied from every single Ivy League school, and I got to like cry, and there are people in the comments being like screw Ivy League schools anyways, they're way overrated, like trust me, like you're gonna like thrive and prosper like at like a different college. And I'm just like, thank you, you know, like you didn't and then somebody'd be like, you didn't watch the end of the video, and then they'd respond like, oh, like just watch it, like stuff like that.
So I mean, somehow that evolved into just wearing a thong, I guess. I don't.
yeah. So you volunteer for the chaps.
Yeah, you know, I'm
Did
good
you have
for,
them? Did you
I'm
go
good
get
for
them?
some chaps. I should have brought them. That would have been nice. I'm
Yeah.
gonna maybe I just turn these guys into the old chaps.
Yeah.
For on the golf course. But yeah, we have a couple pairs, because sometimes it's like, oh, you see the
gotta-
Yeah,
the
back
khaki
up.
joggers, you know what's coming, you know. So we got to keep you on your toes, of course. But yeah, it just kind of evolved.
Yeah, I think the thong video, we somehow obtained a thong, and
Somehow obtained a thong. Somehow
But we
obtained a
just
thong.
made
What does that mean?
yeah, I actually don't know.
You don't know how you
we were
obtained a
mystery
man's
thong.
thong.
It's a woman's thong.
Oh, it's a woman's thong.
We were at a like a.
troubling.
More troubling.
Because we live in LA.
Thong laying around the house, dude? Hell yeah.
I did ask Mike.
I like that he
earlier.
says to me, troubling, turns immediately and goes, nice. Dude.
I asked Mike earlier which one he likes better, like which one is more comfortable. Because when I was in the bathroom, Jonathan was like, like, how does it fit? And I'm like, dude, I don't have a baseline for this, so I'm not sure if this fits great or if it doesn't. I mean, it wasn't comfortable, but it could fit nice. So I asked Mike, and he was like, "No, these ones are good. Like these are the ones you want." And I was like,
He goes,
Target brand.
you guys got these at Target, didn't you?
These ones were good. You guys did good work on those.
Same thing happened to me recently. I was my house. There's a lot of ladies' undergarments and like brassiers laying around everywhere because
Wow.
And then I was like, I should make
just a
stuff.
part
For
of
this.
What a
Nice.
flex, this guy.
I was like, wow, I should make a video.
But I guess
So I
we
get
didn't.
we live in LA now, and we were invited to this like fitting event at Coachella. It felt like or not at Coachella, but for Coachella, and it felt like very like influencer, like celebrity LA kind of thing, where you show up and you like point at things and they put them in a bag and you leave with it. And
Were you doing that?
I was like, one of those.
He did the thing.
Mike's friend was the one that like invited us there, and she was like, "Oh, your girlfriend couldn't make it," and I was like, "No, she works a job. She couldn't make it on a Tuesday in the middle of the day." And she was like, "Oh, I'll throw some stuff in there for her." So it was like a little, some like lipsticks and other things, and then a thong. And we bring it back, and I'm like, "Do you want this? Like, this was a gift for you from Mike's friend." And she was like, "I'm good." And then Mike's like, "I'm hanging on to that. I'm hanging on to that." So that's where we got it. So I could clear the air on that one. Then the rest is
It was
history, so.
swag.
Of course.
Yeah,
was
swag
swag.
thong.
Yeah.
Cool.
That helped a lot.
And then from there, the long answer to your question was, we just took inspiration from like the assless chaps. Where like, let's just do the same thing with the surprise factor at the end of a video.
Yeah.
And did that. And the first one we did was like, nothing beats playing catch with your brother. Sentimental video. Put a nice sentimental song in the background. Caption, like the emoji, like the sigh emoji. So in the snap, you can hear the snap of the gloves. And like a lot of people didn't watch the full thing. And were like I miss playing catch with my brother. Like this is the best. Somebody's like, this is the first normal video they've posted, and then responded to their own comment like a minute later going, never mind. And it's just last second he throws me one and I jump up to catch it, and we make it very subtle so you can see it for like half a second that I'm wearing a thong, and it got like 20 million views. And then from there we're just like, all right, let's just do this with so many other things.
Yeah.
Golf, basketball, this, that. So
It's so smart. We did it
So funny.
today. We did it today on the beautiful golf course, Thistle Golf Club in Myrtle Beach. Shouts out to them. They're very lax
I did not participate.
and great. Yeah.
I just wanted that to be clear.
It's normal and fine if you wear a thong. It's funny if we do it.
Yeah, totally.
But we start shooting that one. It's in addition to all the stuff we're shooting for and with Myrtle Beach. We're like, just let us do this while we're all together. They're like, cool. But all of the clients got there at the same time while we're all pulling thongs out and pointing to them. And they're all guys like 40 to 50 years old that look like Walter White, just staring right off the green. Like, what is going on?
For a golf course? Just
Yeah.
like-
I mean, you asked all of their permission. They all were like, yeah.
Yeah, they all came separately, so I had to pitch it 3 times
Yeah,
to everybody.
to every
Like,
single person.
All right, here's the deal.
Yeah, and they
I
all
love,
said,
I love
"Great."
watching their faces, each of them as Aaron was pitching it, because they would just be like, "Oh," and then they'd just smile and be like, "All right,
Silly.
go for it."
That's
great.
silly stuff.
Watching you call across the green, you're like, "Yeah, we're doing the thong one." He's like, "You got it."
Yeah.
Thong one right now.
And then I got self-conscious, and I was like, we did other ones before we got here, too.
This
also
isn't the
doing the
only
other ones.
one.
They all have a thong punchline, everything we shot here. You guys, you're doing sports and comedy, like a little combo situation. I want to know, like, what are y'all are soccer dudes, right? You grew up playing soccer. That was number one. Is that right? I know you were
Mike
soccer.
primarily with soccer. I mean, yeah. Mike has a soccer background. I played soccer.
Okay.
Never like super competitively. Played freshman year of high school, and then just played indoor soccer for ever since then. And just so I play men's league. Yep, I'm an all-star on Sunday.
Whoa.
With the 50-year-olds that can't move too quick. I can
Yeah.
dice right through them and put the ball in the back of the net. So
There you go.
I'm curious what y'all's top sports are, because I feel like every video, you do soccer, you'll do basketball, you play golf, you do pickleball. You're seemingly good at all of them. What are top
Or you
3?
fake it really well.
I think I'm better at faking certain things.
Okay.
Like I'll get out and play lacrosse, shoot the ball a little bit, and I'm good for like 1 or 2 like nice shots on net, and the rest of them are just flying in any direction. So we try to edit those properly. But I mean, Mike, you definitely played a lot more club sports, like a lot more higher level with higher skilled opponents. But I feel like ever since we were kids, we were always doing something with our dad and our older brother. We always had 2 teams, and we were
The
always
worthless
playing.
one, Tom.
Tom.
The worthless
Yeah,
one.
the worthless one. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, great. Just
Is
checking
it
in.
work or worth?
Worthless.
Oh, worthless.
Yeah,
Yes.
I said the worthless one.
Yes, of
because he's
course.
not in the Pointer
But
Brothers.
he's also not getting this work.
Yeah. Oh yeah, double.
Kinda goes
double
both ways,
worthless
yeah.
and worthless. Nice.
But always playing something. So it's just kind of like naturally like decent at a majority of things. I don't know, that was my experience at least. I feel like Mike took it a little more seriously. Played soccer 2 years in college.
Yeah.
What else did you do?
Yeah, I did like soccer and basketball were like my main two.
Okay.
Like high school, dabbled in some like a bunch of others. I actually played ultimate frisbee for a little bit in high
Okay.
school, which was good.
See that?
Yep, a little lacrosse, track. Henry was a famous triple jumper in high school, but he missed every practice due to shin splints. So or
Triple
shin
jumping
splints.
is like how Mario can jump, and then before he hits the ground, he can jump again and then jump again.
He learned it from me. So
Yeah. Okay.
That checks out.
It's wild just saying track because that it's just saying that, and you could be a little sprinter, or you could be a javelin
Or
guy.
you be a pole
shot
vaulter.
put.
That's what I was.
Yeah, it's so many different things. So you're jumping. You're
What
running.
is a triple
No,
jumper?
I would do the 300 meter, like basically a kind of a sprint.
Okay.
Like almost
Yeah.
around the full track.
Wait, you did the 300 hurdles or just
Meter.
300?
No, not hurdles.
Just the 300?
No, they tried to get me to do hurdles because some kid broke his ankle in practice, and literally 5 minutes later, they're like, "Mike, do you want to do hurdles?s?" And I was like, "No, I'm good."
That's a hard no.
Like
No,
you just
no, I
tried to
just saw
recruit
what
me
everyone
after I
else
just watched that kid
saw.
break
Yeah,
his
no,
ankle.
no.
yeah.
I said, I'll stay over here.
You know what I think the craziest thing is about you two is that you both have incredible mullets, some of the best I've ever seen, and don't play hockey. I think that is really
Yeah.
hard for me to fathom.
That's amazing.
It's
the
really
mullets
tough on
kind of
me.
they kind of sprouted 2 years ago, last year.
Sprouted.
Yeah.
They just kind of like appeared one day and then became part of the Pointer Brothers brand.
Yeah.
We do our Monday morning mullet motivation. That's if everything goes according to plan, that's a photo of our mullets on Monday morning. We forget, I would say, just about every single week. So that's there. But we have our Mullet Madness competition, which we've done 2 years now, and that runs simultaneously with March Madness.
Oh, it's fun.
And we'll just have our followers submit photos of their mullets, and we'll put them in a bracket and just have everyone vote on them, and then we'll send the winner, I don't know, some fun stuff and some gear. And
That's
we've
so cool.
got
Some mullet
Yeah.
oil.
some mullet products.
Yeah.
But yeah, they kind of we just grew them out like 2 years ago, and just kind of became part of the brand ever since.
Yeah.
So.
And this is tame for you, Mike. Yours used to be insane.
Dude, the ID
Yeah.
photo, if we get a flick of Mike's ID photo, that's
Yeah.
Hey, can we put a picture of your driver's license
Yeah,
into this
address.
episode?
It's actually my old address that I don't live at anymore, so it's perfect. We can leave it there.
That's
And our
good.
old
We can
address
do it.
number used to be 69 too. So nobody believed us that. I'll show you after this. I'll show you some photos of it, like 2021, and you wouldn't believe it. You'd be like, "What is that?"
shovel your driveway with that thing.
Yeah,
Jeez.
but yeah, it's funny because hockey is like the number one. We're like, "Oh, you guys are hockey players." We're like we can't skate.
And your last
Really
name
shocked me.
sound like hockey player.
What's her last
Soccer
name?
players,
Andrew,
too.
what's her last name?
I could never say it.
How do you pronounce it?
Bodrowski.
Yes.
No,
There's no ski.
Why did you say no? He said yes.
That's not it.
Damn it. Beep
No,
it,
I asked
sorry.
them, so I don't have to answer.
Oh
But,
yeah.
but it
He asked us. He must know.
Bedrovich.
Bodrovich.
Petrovich.
Avich.
Bedravich.
Yeah, there you go.
Bodravich.
Bedravich.
Bodravich.
Yeah,
Bedravich.
that's very hockey.
There it is.
Very hockey.
Bodravich.
How
Bedravich.
how important do you think the mustache and the mullet is to the brand? Like, if we held you down and shaved you tonight, is your career over?
Oh.
I'm just curious.
They're
we
fighting
booked
over
the
mic
first
for
flight
this
out of
one.
here. We'd be out.
Yeah, I get it.
Just at the thought of that happening, I'm kind of like trembling a little
Yeah,
bit right now.
yeah.
So,
How long does it take to grow?
which one? What are we talking about now?
The stash.
The stash? It's a good question. I've probably had this thing for like 3 months, and I've never grown a mustache before that ever. So I've grown it out once, and it's just been there. So I don't really have an accurate kind of a answer to that
Okay, it's
question.
pretty
I'm not
new then.
sure.
Gotcha. I guess I've
it's
only
new.
known
It's
you for
all
like
kinda
3
new.
months, so I just know the stash. Really.
Yeah.
All right, it's good. Never shave it.
Thank you.
yeah, don't. Would you ever get a stash?
I tried to for our first episode, and I thought it would be like funny if I shaved a little mustache.
didn't even know he
for our
was doing
first
a thing.
episode, and nobody even noticed it because it wasn't good enough.
I love that. I was like genuinely interested, and you're like, I
Yeah,
tried
it's
to
like,
do
remember
that.
I did that a week ago.
I
And
tried to do that.
You
I
were
was-
like, oh yeah, you do kind of have one.
I did say
Yeah,
that.
I didn't commit. I feel like that's a big part of it.
You gotta-
Hannah, you're growing yours out.
yeah.
You're
How's it going?
growing it
How's
out?
it looking?
Aaron. Dude, Aaron.
Yeah. No, if from this angle, if you're wearing that,
From this light.
You ever think about going strictly stash?
I don't want to see my chin. It's been a decade since I've seen my chin.
Would there be a bet that you would do where that could be the punishment?
You would have a good stash.
Hey, you have a good.
I'd have a good stash.
I love that.
But I think if you're
I can see
distracted
it.
by whatever's happening here, I don't want to know. One time when I was 16, I was having cereal before school in the kitchen in the morning. I'd say before school. And my dad walked in. He's always had a beard. I never saw him without a beard. And he was clean shaven. And my mom started screaming. And I kind of started screaming. And he started screaming. He took an Ambien and didn't know he shaved.
Took an Ambien, shaved his
And she had never seen him clean shaven. She had like stubble when they were dating. But
like a stranger.
yeah, it was
Never
very,
seen him fully.
Yeah, and it was a horrific sight. It was awful looking.
Did you still call him dad after that, or was he just a different?
It was different. I couldn't. It
Yeah.
felt bad and wrong. And so
Asked him to
after that,
leave.
from that moment, I was like, as soon as I can grow, I'm going to grow it, never shave it.
Had he realized that he'd done it when he came in the kitchen?
No, he had no idea.
He
truly.
still didn't even. He was like, man, it's cold in here.
Weird.
Yeah, it was like 30 years and he hadn't shaved.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That is crazy.
Crazy.
Name drop. Who is your favorite person that's followed you guys or commented or reached out to you guys?
Oh, that's a good question.
Y'all keep going to events and popping up with
Yeah.
Christian Pulisic and
That was a lot of fun.
yeah.
I would say Derek Huff. We did some stuff with him. We met him at the Lakers game one time. He recognized us through our wedding moves, which is just like an entire different portion of content that we create because we don't dance much, but our wedding dance moves are fun. And he was getting married. He just got married maybe 2 weeks ago or maybe a month ago. And he was like, I've been saving all your videos. I need, I'm studying up for the dance floor. And I was like, it's really interesting coming from the guy who's been on Dancing with the Stars for 20 years as
Yeah,
one,
who's a very good dancer.
like
That's
an
amazing.
incredible dancer. But we exchanged numbers and he invited us over to his place and we just filmed a little bit of content, like just TikTok videos with him.
That's wild.
He's
Doing
wild.
our dance moves. And obviously, he was very good at
It's pretty good. You
arm
can move
I
a
would
little bit.
imagine.
just
Yeah,
dancing in
yeah.
general. So that was fun. I think that was probably like the coolest experience for me.
That's wild.
From start to finish.
His sister touched my back one time.
When she was
Yeah.
pushing you out of the way, so
Yes.
she could get
She was
there.
like,
I was an
yeah,
extra
wait
on the
for
set.
me.
I was
Idiot.
extra on the set of Footloose when I was like 19, and I was blocking her path, and she goes, "Excuse me," and went to the bathroom.
That's awesome.
Wow.
She said, "Move, idiot."
We connected.
I didn't
How about you?
count
What-
people that have touched our backs.
I'd probably say like Christian Pulisic.
Yeah.
Just because it was like cool. Like also like when we said like what's up to him and he like turned around, like he had a smile on his face because he's like, oh, like I've seen you guys handshakes and celebrations before. And we're like, oh, cool. And like it was neat just like chopping it up, like having a normal conversation about like we were talking about the MLS and he was giving us his thoughts on it. And like
that's wild.
we were talking about the World Cup coming like here and we're like, it was just weird, but like cool to talk to somebody who's like it's like the best American soccer player at such a high stature and and we're just like chopping it up with him.
Yeah, that's so cool.
And like yeah.
Yeah,
So
cool.
that was
This is a
probably
person. that I'm
he's a
talking to.
person.
Yeah.
Him and then Olivier Giroud, who's also a famous
Arsenal.
French soccer player.
Come
yeah.
on.
And he was cool. He loved their mullets too, which was cool.
We were talking about Jaylen Brown's Supermax contract with Olivier Giroud for a little while, which
Whoa.
wasn't on my bingo card when I woke up that
Yeah.
morning. I was never would have guessed we would have found ourselves in that scenario, but
That's
it was a
crazy
big contract
Yeah,
too.
It's a crazy contract.
So you gotta
Sports.
we somehow got there in our conversation with
I would
him.
freak out about both those guys. I mean, as a big Arsenal fan, Giroud, big deal for a long time. His scorpion kick goal, I was watching that live New Year's Day. Dude, I made a sound I've never made before when that happened.
What's the scorpion kick goal?
Scorpion kick, when you're running this way, ball's behind you, and you just kind of flick your leg backwards, and it hits your back heel and goes that way.
Oh, when I
It's
flick my
wild.
leg backwards in the game.
You know what I'm talking about.
It went over his back, and then that went in
I
the
forgot
goal.
what I
He's
did.
gonna kick it again.
No, that one was cool.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, off the
What's it called?
crossbar.
The bicycle kick?
Scorpion.
Also, yeah,
Bicycle kick.
Well, I know
We're
I know
athletes,
bicycle
too.
kick.
not just you guys.
Yeah.
Very good at
Cool,
sports.
cool.
I'm
I just don't know
into
the
sports that
scorpion.
aren't soccer.
Yeah, that's true.
Is that what you said?
I was implying that we weren't athletic, but you are a great athlete and know a lot of sports. You know so much about football and basketball. Gosh.
Yeah, I do. I watch a lot of football. And I watch a decent amount of basketball.
Yeah, you know all the names.
I know a fair
All
amount
the
of names.
contracts.
I did know about Jaylen Brown's
What's your guys' sport? What were your sports?
basketball and pole vaulting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
And flag football. I was MVP of my league.
was
In
your-
college, and well, we didn't have it in high school, but in college, I was MVP of my league.
What was
That's
your highest
most
highest pole
valuable.
vault?
10 feet.
That seems
Pole
pretty
vault's
good.
scary.
Pole vault. You know what? Here's a funny story about pole vaulting. You know when you have like I work very hard. I used to work very hard at sports, and I was decent. My younger brother is a freak athlete. He's very natural. And one time he was like, "Can I come to your pole vault practice?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure. This is my sport. This is where I excel. I've been working at this
Eric?
for 4 years." No, it's Charlie, my younger brother.
Yeah. So he's not Tom.
He's not.
course.
No, he's not Tom.
He can do stuff.
He can do stuff. He's like 6'6". He's a basketball player. He's like very natural. And so I'm warming up. I'm just warming up and like getting into it. He just grabs a pole and goes 9 feet on his first try. He's like, "You just got to run and put this stick in the ground." And I was like, "Yeah, well, it's more complicated than that." He ended up getting 10-6 that day. And I wanted to kill myself. I've been doing this for 4 years, and I like was prepping to go to state, and it was a big deal. My brother beat my record.
He gets a scholarship that day.
Yeah, he should have at that point. I've never been more mad. I was like, I can't be mad at you, but I'm upset.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Pole vaulting is interesting because I feel like I never see highlights or like good clips. It's always any clip that I see is like a pole shattering or like someone falling in a weird way. Like that's, I feel like that's like, did you ever have any experiences that were a little iffy, or was it like for the most part?
Impaled ever?
Never got impaled that I know of. I did once give up on one. Like I bent, and it's weird. They try and teach you kind of how to fall out of it, but I didn't. Well, I like went and I planted, and I knew I bent weird, so I wasn't gonna go through with it. So instead of going, I just like held in the air, and you're supposed to hold it so you can like come back down to the ground. And that was really scary because I like went up and had to like come back down.
Yeah, your first reaction is to like get to the ground as fast as possible. Yeah.
Yeah, I broke and rolled a lot of ankles because like your cleats get stuck in the mat, and if you fall weird, it just catches, and it's like it's a weird thing to fall.
When you
into.
said broke, I thought you were gonna say records.
Yeah, a lot of broken records,
didn't
and I
break
broke
records.
a lot of bridges. I was such a trash talker. I wasn't.
Pole vault trash.
Pole vaulters getting in each other's heads.
Oh, good luck. I hope you
almost
make
broke
it.
the glass ceiling. Then you didn't. Your brother just kept that
My
thing
brother,
solid.
yeah, he said, "You're women, stay down." And I said, "Well, I appreciate that."
Stay down.
It was just an example of when a guy was like, "I can do that," and then he just could.
I know. I was
like,
so
dang, he
mad.
does it. It worked
I literally
this
looked at myself and was like, the patriarchy makes sense. I have to admit now that it makes sense.
It's also so much confidence to just be like, "I'm gonna try this. Put it at 9 feet."
Yeah, truly. It was so, didn't even have cleats or anything. Was just running in his Nike basketball shoes. Everything hurts. Everything hurts about
Pair of
that day.
jeans.
Yeah, pretty much.
Andrew, you're a baseball boy, right?
Baseball, yeah.
Just mainly
never,
that.
Never great at it, but
Yeah.
I loved it.
I was baseball pretty good until guys with puberty, then I didn't. And then you go to play and the guy has a mustache on the mound, and it's terrifying. And then I was like, I could play tennis and golf. And so I just kind of switched over. Just swinging sports,
Dude, that's why you should do the mustache now. To be like, look who has it now.
Yeah, so now when I pitch against kids.
James.
Little League World Series, man. They could probably get you out there.
Yeah.
Y'all go to the Little League.
I'm
Like, guys,
12.
I'm ready.
You're
It's
just
my time.
volunteering to
you-
coach, and they're like, "Do you know any of the kids?" You're like, "No, but I
Let me
need
pitch for
this."
practice. Let me
Yeah,
pitch.
Let me pitch.
Do you ever think about that sometimes? Like how
All the time.
much you could dominate like little kid sports, but like against
Yeah.
little kids. Like right now though.
I've thought about it.
Yeah.
I was like, gosh, if they just let me back out there.
Yeah. We made a video about like all dudes like in their 20s like watching Little League, and like it was because the Little League World Series just happened, and we're like, wow, dude, like I'd hit a ball 850 feet off this kid.
Yeah.
And like half the comments were like this is me and my friends, and half the comments were like, no, like they're actually really good. Like you probably wouldn't even be able to come close to touching one of those. And like people get defensive about it. I'm like no, I would ruin that kid's life. Like that kid would quit on the spot.
Yeah.
And I would just huzz cheese past him if I was on the mound too. Like he wouldn't even come close to
BBs.
touching. Yeah, that's it. But that would also be fun to just be like seeing one of us just like,
Oh, jeez.
You said it so matter of fact too. Like I would do that. I would do that to that kid.
but it would be funny just like stepping in the batter's box, seeing this dude who's totally out of like this dude's not a kid. This dude's not 11 or 12. 6 feet. Well, I'm not 6 feet, but I do say I'm 6, but
Do you say 6 feet?
all the time.
Hell, yeah.
I tried to get 6'1" on my license and they wouldn't let it. I think I'm technically 5'11", but I try 6 feet every time and they won't let me do it. But
You wonder if there's like one lady that works there that's like super lenient, so people like wait till she's working.
Yeah.
She's like, no, she'll let you give you 6 feet if you're close.
that's a good idea for a sketch, right
Yeah.
there. Like why is that line so long?
Like, you just keep letting people go
She's
ahead of
chill.
you. He's like, yeah, you can go. I got an email I got to do. You just wait for the shift to change. You'd be like, all right, I'm up.
She also lets you
that's
redo
such a
your
good
photo
bit.
when you ask.
Oh, that's so good.
That is really funny. But all your your
right, that's
like,
my
dating
idea. You guys can't
profiles
make that
say,
okay.
oh yeah, oh yeah,
just kidding.
copyright. That's his IP.
I'll never follow through. You guys make it.
Do all your dating profiles say 6'1" though?
Yeah.
Can we go through your Hinge right now?
Can I go through your Hinge?
Do you actually want to?
Yeah.
Go through it right now. Let's go through it.
It's just gonna be a roast factory.
Let's.
Does it say how many followers you have on it?
I don't think you get.
Does it say
followers
you
on
huzz cheese on
I don't know
there?
how it works. I've been.
Oh,
Huzz
so-
cheese
No,
on
I meant
45 foot
it's be
mountain.
like we have this TikTok.
Can Huzz like 130 miles an hour?
Yeah, 2 truths and a lie. Huzz cheese, daddy hacks on the course.
I actually do have. My only thing is, it's like a social cause I care about. I don't know if you guys like this.
Yeah, I'll share it with the class.
Okay. You want me to hand it over?
Yeah.
Can we
Let's let
just-
Hannah? Hannah should probably go through it.
Can I just swipe it?
This
or?
is probably why I get. If you look at it, you'll be like, "Oh, this is why he gets no matches."
Maybe.
Let's give it a make.
Hannah pointers. Let's
It's a
make
very-
this let's
it's
make
a
this
very-
podcast bit. You go through dating.
Great.
It's a very poor Hinge, by the way, too. So
Don't. You're really being self-deprecating. I bet it's great.
edit. We're gonna make some mistakes.
my back is wet.
All right.
Okay.
First
Sweat.
photo.
Wait, can we show it to the
Mullet-
camera?
mullet.
All right. First of all, first photo, Transformer pic.
Sure. I don't. Actually,
That's
I
a
don't
man's man. This guy likes
Actually, I don't
Transformers.
know. No. Actually, I don't
sure.
care.
Actually,
Actually, I don't care. I don't care.
It's good. It's good.
All right. Looks good.
Rugby shirt, athletic.
Also, I love
Thank
that he
you.
half cropped out Henry. Henry, is that you or is that Tom?
No, that's me.
Okay.
This year,
Yeah.
I really want to teach turtles to drink from straws instead of choking on them. That's really funny.
That's actually really good.
Very,
got some
very
humor.
All
good.
right. That's
I got that actually one from Henry.
That was from me when I
That's
was
a good one.
That's so good.
when I was on the market.
My
okay.
buddy Evan Rollins is a stand-up comedian. He's hilarious. He has a bit about how he just goes, "What if some of the turtles kind of like the straws? It's like it's their cigarettes."
But I need to update everything, like the pictures and the prompts.
So wait, it
too.
says on here is the glass. It says you drink. Is no to pills. You don't do pills.
I don't do pills.
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought it was like
What if you're sick?
I'm like genuinely.
I do. I do
I have
ibuprofen
no
so hard all the
prescriptions.
time.
I'm very healthy. Okay, cool. I'm not on
Pretty
Hinge,
much,
so I didn't know.
Not a big rave guy.
Okay, you're kind of doing the pointer
dude.
face here. I like that. Okay,
It's a great
Whoa, where
evolution
we at?
of the
We're on
mullet.
we're
I was going to the
IndyCar
next.
Getting so
series.
exposed right now.
That's like at an event. Which
This is
nice.
also another
Yeah,
photo where Henry's
like
been
you
cropped
do
out. And I
stuff.
love this theme for you.
That was like I tried to.
Henry's not a part of
Many
anything.
times Mike has gotten like, dude, who's that half man in all of your photos?
All
I
right.
actually haven't gotten that once. So
Someone from your past.
like to.
Your next thing
Tell myself
says,
that.
change my mind about why people shouldn't stand up on airplanes as soon as they land. Okay, honestly, I have massive opinions about this.
yeah, opinions.
Seated.
Wait,
Seated. Stay seated.
Stay seated.
No.
Whoa.
Stay seated.
That's because you're 5'9".
11.
Look,
I'm 5'12 and a half.
Femurs are like accordions on planes. You got to stand up and shit. I'm not trying to get off the plane. I just need to like stretch.
here's,
True, but
here's-
sit right back down. Sit your butt.
Yeah,
See,
okay, we're
again,
on
I'm tall. You're the little guy. I got to stand. I
You
can't
did this
get it.
to him.
But you got like for example, when I
yeah.
flew here, dude, like stood up, opened up, bag on the ground, all in under 3 seconds.
Yeah, that's bad. That's fat. Same team.
Also, yeah. Okay.
It's just the blanket statement of don't stand up when the plane lands. I'm like, it just depends what you're trying to do.
here-
Sorry. What's my
but that
conversation
means-
starter?
That means I got to.
And then I get it's such a good conversation where
That's
we
true.
disagree so
I
hard.
would
Where it's
not
like,
have matched
wait,
on
we're on
Hinge,
Hinge
yeah.
right now. I forgot. I'm not like debating.
I don't
it.
know.
That's
Like,
true,
I'm
that's
so
true.
mad about this. I feel like I'm like falling in love with you. Is that what it's supposed to do?
You
Is
don't
that what we're
Hinge?
getting? She's like, I'm not on the same page whatsoever.
I will say the right answer is the people in the aisle should stand up, and it's all about getting off the plane as quickly as possible for everyone. So if people in the aisle go ahead and stand up, and if they can get their bag down without hurting anyone, that's okay. But if not, but the people in the aisle are already out, and then everybody's in the set position to deplane.
You guys ever get hit with the people behind you just because you're not standing up? They walk past you.
Yeah, that's
I've gotten
not
that a
okay.
handful of times, and you just give them the stinkiest eye. I will
hate it.
drop
I do
a
too.
comment under my breath, but just enough under my breath where like hopefully they can hear it. Nobody's turned around yet.
What do you say? Sometimes I go after you.
Yeah. I'm like I don't know, just like
You say something like, go to hell.
yeah. Screw you, pal.
Die,
Yeah, screw you.
die alone.
Oh,
No, like,
so-
I'll just go like I'll look to the person next to me like apparently he's in a rush, you
Mm.
know, and like hopefully the dude would hear it because it's like yeah you just walked by me but it's still like or we always say to each other like yeah he's definitely gonna get where he's going faster, you know.
Yeah,
it's
totally.
like
Yeah.
it's like you could just
10
make up
seconds,
that
maybe.
speed in the airport by running
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope your connecting flight goes to Bermuda.
yeah.
I also feel this way. I get really mad when people walk up, and then I just have to stay. And I also just don't like it because then their ass is in my face because I stay seated, even though I'm a tall girl. I'm a tall girly. I'm not complaining over here about bending these legs. I stretch before I get on a plane, and I sit there and
That's a
I
good
go.
point.
Now I just have to sit there and look at you. I don't know what's going on in that back tank. Anyway,
I've had people's butts hit my face before because when people are standing on airplanes, they become so unaware of their surroundings Like
Yeah.
their backpack will just whack people
Yeah.
in the head, and I've had the guy's budges like right here before. And what can you say?
His next one, you want to
Hold
read
on,
it?
what's the? Oh, we got the. That's a fun outfit.
It's a really fun matchy.
Let's see
Is,
that
it-
one.
is it a? What do they call it? You know,
Can we show him?
No one is gonna want
The
to come be a
man
guest on our
wonder-
It is a-
podcast.
it
now.
is a
So, like,
SpongeBob.
we
It's
just
a
made
It
it.
is.
SpongeBob
It is.
onesie.
It's
That
SpongeBob
rules.
It's a Puma SpongeBob collab though.
from that thong event that we.
Okay, also,
really good.
I have questions about this thong event. I've never been to an event where they gave away underwear to women. Did you just find a thong and you made up a whole story about what they gave us this really cool thong, babe? Yeah, there's no tags or anything because it's a really high brand.
I plead the fifth on that. I'm not
You definitely didn't happen.
commenting on that.
No, yeah, they spray
Wait,
it with
what?
perfume.
Do you want to read his next one, by the way?
That's a pity answer.
No one is gonna want to come be a guest on our podcast if we make them be this vulnerable all the time.
No, I actually I got a lot of matches from that next one.
Yeah, well, we're about to go through your conversations. That'll be different. But no, I'm just kidding. Hannah's gonna take over and just send messages and ruin your life. I go crazy for a mean eggs Benedict.
Such a bad.
You're like 85.
I
chicks
don't
love
think,
that
I don't
one,
think it's
huh?
awful.
It's not awful. The first line, crushed. You know?
Yeah.
The straws line,
Thank
Henry,
you.
The
well
one, that you,
done.
the one that you didn't write, really good.
Will you guys will you guys help me revamp my Hinge profile after this?
Yeah, we can workshop it.
Thanks.
I go
feel
crazy for.
I would say I go crazy for when someone does the ellipses when they're texting you back, but then they never send anything. I'd be really literal with it.
Oh, you actually go crazy. Yeah,
I
that
actually
is
go
very
crazy.
funny.
Actually
Just
drives
be
you crazy.
sarcastic. Oh, I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah, I love that. No, I love when people do that.
Yeah.
Makes me
All
go
right.
crazy.
Next one, we got juggling a soccer ball at a obviously Hollywood Hills party. Really
Whoa.
good. Really good. That one's on Instagram. We can show that one.
Is that,
I've seen
yeah,
that.
sure, yeah, show it. Show it.
How do you
With
know
the
it's
cool
Hollywood
eyes.
Hills?
I mean, because of where they live, because of the background that are at the Hollywood Hills.
Okay,
those are
Rich.
hills.
I think that was at the
What's that movie where they're at the cult thing dinner party where the guy's trying to
The
get into
Invitation.
Oh, The Invitation.
Yeah.
Great
Like that.
movie.
So good.
That is a great
At
movie.
that house, looking around, I was waiting to see the red lamps. Just
Yeah, the red
I was
lamps.
waiting for it.
Yeah.
Then they never came, luckily. But
I'm so happy you guys all got what
What
I
would
was
you do if
talking
they
about
did?
right away.
And it
How they
spoiled
did.
it. Spoiled it immediately.
Yeah, by the way, if you're gonna watch The Invitation,
The Invitation, red lamps at the end, everywhere.
hey, you know,
Doesn't give away too much.
Good movie.
You ever just I was rewatching
still
it
watch
actually the other day, and like, do you ever get like mad at a movie where like you're like, how are you not picking up on this sooner? But you realize nothing's gonna change because it's like the same movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. That's just a random thought.
I when I watch home videos from my childhood, I think that
Is this a theme? You watch movies being like, oh, I get it. I could do it better than them. Then you watch the Little League World Series and you're like, oh, I could do that now.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that is 100%.
I would crush. I
Literally.
would crush that.
Huzz cheese.
Huzz
You guys are
Huzz cheese new
You guys
shapes.
are the best at bro humor. I mean that in the best way. You know, like
Thank
you
you.
got the sports, you got the bros, and then you do it in the funniest possible way. I have noticed you guys curate the best sports and bro phrases. Like Huzz cheese is the funniest thing you can say about throwing BBs off a mound. Daddy hacks got you today.
yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
really got me.
You're doing that.
I was taking some daddy hacks today.
Yeah.
But it's
That's-
the best possible phrases for these things, and it kills me.
I feel like the majority of the time that we're together, it's just it's all nonsense like that. So it just kind of slips out sometimes. I don't even realize it. It could be going down a deep path with the phrases, but we got a little bit of everything.
For sure. The one tap on Instagram, love that.
Yep.
And then you say one tap?
Yeah. One tap, especially like a hummus.
Yeah.
Yeah, like don't let me one tap this hummus. Like don't let me get hot with it. You know.
Right. It's gonna kill
Like
my thing.
how are you not hockey players? Like that is truly
Yeah.
this is how hockey players talk.
it's a little lacrosse as well.
And maybe it's a little
Yeah, it's a
lacrosse.
lacrosse.
Because do you guys say benders and stuff
It's
too?
like grass hockey players, yeah.
Like all my cousins, they all talk like this. They're all like big hoss, well, they're deep Minnesota like this, and they're always like, "Don't let me one tap, bender, go top titty with it."
what is that?
Translate that one,
Soccer,
please.
like
Yeah, do you go? They say that in
third?
soccer, go top titty.
Yeah, I'll go like top tuna. Yeah, but
See?
it's the same.
I'm hip.
All the same thing.
Yeah, top titties when you're like in hockey.
I don't know the women's stuff, so tell me.
Okay, so
This part.
titties
Yeah.
are
Yeah,
they're
so-
the flesh that hangs off a woman's
in
body.
relation to the womb,
yeah.
whereas
Yeah.
the
meat
flesh
sack.
that hang off a woman's body.
it's the flesh meat.
Yuck.
It's the
Yuck,
flesh
yuck,
meat.
Gross.
I'm being so gross with women's anatomy. Women's bodies are beautiful.
What is this podcast about?
We don't know.
Yeah, we're
This is the
looking at
first-
learning that still.
Not sure what we signed up for here, but
Yeah.
This is the first guest episode. You guys are the
Yeah,
guinea
I
pigs.
think
Thanks so
we
much.
asked them to come be on a podcast that there's no research they can do about because we had no episodes have come out yet.
I think the Hinge profile's got to be a thing. Every single guest you
love
have
that.
on is
Yeah.
just
Anything that happens here can become a tradition. We're that early.
Oh.
Yeah.
it's a big.
Like the Aaron Weber
big
bit
episode.
where it's like these aren't even connected to anything. Just guys don't know how to ask guys to hang out.
yeah. They just,
we didn't know how to ask.
wanted
We
to
didn't know how
have
to
a-
just. I thought it'd
We're
be weird if we
just
spent
chilling
time-
right now.
a
That's
structured
what
conversation with you.
We just wanted to get to know you.
Yeah.
All paid actors right here. Yeah.
Daddy hacks, is that what it was that started us on this train? Was that the cart girl skit where you're taking
Yeah, that's
daddy
just
hacks?
like you're just taking a big old
Yeah.
swing. You know, you could. Yeah.
But that wasn't.
No.
It also doesn't help that like when we were doing that sketch, as you guys well see, Henry's like looking me dead in the eye, doing that face. He's like, "Daddy hacks," and it took everything in me not to laugh. I laughed like the first 3 times.
But
I was
that
like, I
wasn't
can't-
Henry acting. That was just him being himself.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what
Every
you
day.
kept saying. You kept saying he's been acting this whole trip. This is the only time he's been able to be
Currently
himself.
acting right now.
Yeah.
So good.
Y'all do that face all the time, right? That's your thing. But have you ever done it directly into a woman's face for about 30
That
minutes?
was a first for me.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
Crushed.
I didn't.
You went right.
He did.
Instead of pointing at a fake invisible line
Yeah.
that you'll add later, you just right in her eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From far away, from like walking from the T all the way over.
Yeah.
That's great.
Sniper.
Felt like the slime lord that I was. you know?
Yeah. Slime lord.
It was just funny because we could just see the face from the back. Like we just felt like we could see through the back of his head. Like
Yeah.
we could see his like shoulders pinched and him just going. Like, just being like we could just tell he was doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what-
Ribbit.
That face has also just come such a long way because it started. We would, something would pop up on the screen. We would point to it, move around a little bit, and then I don't know. We started doing like a squint. It was kind of like a mild, kind of squint, and then it just got way too far out of hand. We're not even. Well, lips are going crazy, and I guess that's just kind of what we do now. So
It's the best.
It's incredible. It truly is incredible.
that's really all we got, all we have to offer at this point.
This has gone on way too long.
Oh, what are we at?
Oh,
We're at 45. Something
Oh.
like that. Yeah. What can we expect?
Hey, but the good news is we got a lot of stuff we can cut.
That's true. I can trim it.
Yeah, I think if we need to trim this thing, we'll be all right. If people hear us say this is 45 minutes, they're like, they've only been talking for like 15 minutes because we cut everything. They'll know how much we cut now that we
Need
gave
the
them a
uncut
frame of
version
reference.
ASAP. That just does way better.
Yeah,
Oh, pretty good.
pretty
extended
good.
version.
Pretty good.
Cool. Let's plug your stuff. Where can everybody find you? What can we expect? Where are you going? Who you hanging out? Are you going to Derek Huff's house?
I hope so.
Going to Christian P's game?
I hope so. That'd be cool. Yeah. No, we are. So we go by the Pointer Brothers on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Those are the main 3. I think we're going to be getting a lot more into the YouTube longer form content. We've already had a couple of vlogs recently drop. Going to have another one drop soon, and try to dabble into the golf as well.
Nice.
We're toying with the idea of kind of like a golf podcast, kind of a hybrid thing where we would bring a guest and play a couple holes. We want to call it Honest Hacks because we'll just go out there and take some honest hacks. We're not the best golfers, but we're not the worst. So
Yeah.
I don't know, find a way to do that with some guests and turn that into a little bit of a podcast perhaps.
Love
But
it.
that's pretty much it. Just out here
Fun.
having fun.
Yeah.
And hopefully, these sketches with St. Andre don't come out too bad, and perhaps we make a little something else happen in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This has been a
Make some
beautiful
daddy
collab.
hacks out of content.
There it is. Yeah, that's
it.
nice.
Nailed it. That's was that the correct
Like
use?
drink every time Hannah says daddy hacks.
Taking big swings. Yeah, we're taking
Yeah,
big
taking
swings.
big
out here.
swings. Thanks. Nailed it.
Last question: what age did you guys have puberty?
I thought you were going to say, what age did you lose your virginity?
That's a good question.
real
I was a
quick, just
late
wanna
bloomer.
know.
Yeah,
I was a late
I
bloomer.
can tell.
And
I don't know what that means. We learned in our first episode that means you had a good childhood because your body didn't need to jump into action.
Also, the funniest part about this is I think we're going to make this the first episode.
Oh, cool. Well, in that case, this is the first time I've ever asked anyone.
It's going to feel so random.
I actually, I never got the talk from my parents they would give him the talk every time we turned like I think
They gave it to
12.
him and were like, "You
They
tell
went,
him."
and my older brother and
You
him
know this. He
Pass
doesn't
it
and they
on,
just
pass it
forgot to
down.
give it to me, so they just like let me figure stuff out. But yeah,
They probably just weren't worried about you. Like he'll figure it out when he's 25.
Like he'll be on
It
Hinge
was-
till he's 80.
I love the
Don't
idea
worry
of the
about that
talk
guy.
being like a game of telephone passed from like older brother to younger brother. Just gets
That's
crazier and
essentially-
crazier as it goes down.
That's a great.
The
sketch
youngest
idea.
brother is just like so confused.
Nice.
Cool. Sounds like you guys
Cool.
had a pretty good upbringing. So that's how we like to end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're still figuring out our bits.
that's how we do it.
Thank you.
We're trying to figure out like what
Thank you
we
for having
do.
us
The Pointer Brothers are.
Woo!
Thank you for having us.
Good work.